We're coming to you from Govan Mbeki Municipality in Secunda, a place that has become the epicenter or a hotspot of COVID-19 in Mpumalanga, and that is caused by the movement of people that are coming back to work. But with me here is the municipal manager who will explain as to how they got here as a municipality.
I must indicate that Govan Mbeki at one stage had 5 cases. At the same time, those cases recovered, and then after the alert level 4, we started to experience a spike. As we speak, we have 24 cases. Out of those 24 cases, 10 have recovered and 14 are active. In collaboration with the Department of Health, we are working hand in hand in order to ensure that we flatten the curve insofar as COVID-19 is concerned. In respect of what we are doing as a municipality, we are busy taking temperatures of the people who are patronizing the municipality on a day-to-day basis. We are taking stock of the particulars so that we are able to trace those people who have visited the municipality. And in respect of our own employees, all the issues that talks to PPE have been bought. Issues of cloth masks have been bought for employees to be protected insofar as this COVID-19 is concerned. We are currently sanitizing all offices and all vehicles of the municipality to ensure that our own employees are not exposed to this pandemic. In a nutshell, that's what we are doing. In terms of the community, in working hand in hand with the Department of Labor, of Health, we have managed to screen 186 people in the various wards in Govan Mbeki. We are doing this in order to ensure that we are aware of the pandemic in the various areas of Govan Mbeki. We are using those statistics in order to ensure that people who are affected and infected by the pandemic are traced and taken to a quarantine site.
We understand that the spike has been caused by the returning mine. They are operational now, and at some point there was just one case in Siphephile mine, and a lot of people got infected after that.
Indeed, it's true. The opening of the economy gave rise to the spike of this pandemic, but the mines have already complied in terms of all health protocol. They are checking to assist in terms of ensuring that those people who are traced are then taken to their recently renovated quarantine site that talks to all employees in Siphephile mining.
So you would comfortably say the mines are compliant and they are following procedures. Have you been there? What do they do in terms of procedures?
I've never been there, but the MEC for the Department of Health came with a delegation which was then accompanied by our own executive mayor to go and inspect and check the readiness of the mines insofar as issues of COVID-19 are concerned. Last week we were fortunate to be visited by the Deputy Minister in the Office of the President, Honorable Siwela, to check Evander Hospital issues of PPE, whether there's compliance to issues of COVID-19. So in this regard, we are trying to assist government in its quest to flatten the curve on this pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a municipal manager here in Govan Mbeki explaining that they are working hand in glove with everyone that's involved in the chain, including mining, as well as the provincial government. With me here as well is a representative of the workers in this mine. They come from Komeu, which is a pretty new union. Now, the has just told us that mines are compliant. Are you happy with what your workers are exposed to?
Well, the reality is there are some mines that are doing quite good. They are doing quite well, and we are pleased with that. We're giving compliment to the industries and to the mines that are doing well. But we are very concerned, especially with the small miners that are capitalizing, that are more interested in making profits at the expense of the workers, who are seeing this compliance issue as just a tick box to say we have done this, we have done that. But if you go into the reality where workers are working and exposed there, you realize that these people are really not doing it. So if you are an official and you were to come there, they will show you papers that will convince you. But if you go exactly where where things are happening, that's where you realize our employees and members are actually more exposed, which is why we're seeing the rise of this whole thing, because you know, the employers don't see that this is not a matter of just hiding it from somebody, but it is a matter of life and death. And as Comeu, we are very concerned, because what we are saying is that it's good to open up the economy. We all want it to be, but we cannot do it as a tick box exercise. We need to be genuine in what we're doing and why we're doing it. And as a result, as Comeu, we have then decided that we are going to take an initiative ourselves, where we would go and issue PPEs to members, because we feel that in certain areas the employer is just not interested. So we're going to be issuing masks, and we're going to be issuing sanitizers, because they are expected to go and work full 9 hours with no sanitizers and all this kind of stuff, which we feel it's just not on. So we are taking an initiative. We will be going around in certain mines within this municipality on Tuesday, and this is where we're going to be engaging and asking for commitment from the employers to ensure that the workers are not exposed to this pandemic.
Thank you so much, Secretary. This was the Secretary of Comeu. They have members in almost all the mines in Sasol. They have members that are contracting to Sasol, and in every other area outside Govan Mbeki, they also have members. They're calling on the employer to be more honest in fighting COVID-19. Back to you, studio.
And with that, it's time to say goodbye.